in here aware of what happened 2 nights ago? And that still happens? Absolutely unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. And the reckless closeout that they actually reviewed, and the foot still comes down on top of the defender's foot that wasn't upgraded? Absolutely disrespectful. We have a generational talent and a WNBA superstar who had 2 cheap shots right there that weren't called. And I just say again, absolutely unacceptable.
One sequence has the entire basketball world talking, and for many fans, the reaction afterward became an even bigger story than the play itself. Caitlyn Clark goes down after heavy contact, and within seconds the arena is filled with confusion. Fans watching the replay immediately begin asking the same question: how is there no whistle? As the game continues, clips of the sequence spread across social media at lightning speed. Every angle is replayed, every frame is analyzed, and the debate grows louder by the minute. Many fans argue the officials missed a serious foul, while others question how a play this controversial wasn't reviewed more closely. But then the focus shifts. Instead of talking only about the officiating, attention quickly turns toward Indiana Fever head coach Stephanie White. Many expected an immediate emotional response from the sidelines. Instead, White appeared composed and measured in the moment, and that instantly became part of the story. Within minutes, criticism started pouring in. Fans began asking why there wasn't a stronger reaction after seeing Clark remain on the floor following the contact. Was White deliberately choosing her words because she knew every camera was focused on her? Or did the speed of the moment make it difficult to fully recognize what had happened in real time? Those questions fueled hours of debate across social media. Another question quickly followed. Has the WNBA reached a point where this level of physical play has become so common that coaches, officials, and players sometimes react differently than fans watching at home expect? And perhaps the biggest question of all, if a franchise player takes significant contact, what responsibility does a coach have in that exact moment? That's exactly what this discussion has become about. We're going to walk through Stephanie White's first public reaction, compare it with what she said later, and examine why so many fans believe the conversation changed as public pressure continued to build. By the end, you'll understand.
But this is Stephanie White after the game, and I'm glad she said it. And I wish she dealt with it better in real time. I wish you pull a Cheryl Reeve, you run onto the floor and get teed up. Why do you run onto the floor and get teed up? Because if you run onto the floor and get teed up, Caitlyn's still on the ground holding her face. If you get yourself teed up in that scenario, the play stops. The reason why the refs don't stop, don't look at things, is because they all missed it at the time, and it was a live ball. Force a dead ball. If you force a dead ball, and you crash out enough, even if you get teed up, you can just point to your player and just be like, look at the monitor, you missed this. Like, and there's always a chance they look at it, because if they look at it, AT's gone.
This is where the criticism. There may have been an opportunity for officials to take another look. The analyst argued that many viewers, including members of the television broadcast, immediately recognized the contact as serious enough to deserve much closer scrutiny. Whether you agree with that conclusion or not, it's easy to understand why the debate became so heated. This isn't simply about what Stephanie White eventually said. It's about when she said it. Many fans believe defending a player after the game isn't viewed the same way as defending that player during the moment when emotions are highest and decisions are still being made. That's why the timing became such a major part of the discussion. Could a stronger reaction have changed anything? Could officials have looked at the play differently? Or would the outcome have remained exactly the same regardless of what happened on the sideline? Those questions remain unanswered. What isn't being debated is that Stephanie White's later comments sounded very different. After the game, she openly criticized the officiating. She repeatedly described what happened as absolutely unacceptable. Not once, not twice, but 3 separate times. That repetition immediately caught people's attention. It didn't sound like routine frustration after a tough loss. It sounded like a coach expressing genuine concern over what she believed had become a recurring issue. White also referenced earlier games, suggesting this wasn't an isolated incident, but part of a pattern she believed officials were already aware of. She pointed to another reviewed play involving a dangerous landing situation and questioned why it wasn't upgraded after video review. That shifted the conversation once again. Now, the focus wasn't only on one controversial play. It became a broader discussion about consistency, player safety, and officiating standards. If officials review these plays frame by frame, many fans wondered, what threshold are they using when deciding whether additional penalties are warranted? That's a question people across the basketball community continue asking. Because once the discussion moves beyond one missed whistle, it becomes much bigger than a single game. It becomes a conversation about accountability. And by this point, Stephanie White's repeated message was impossible to miss. In her view, what happened was, once again, absolutely unacceptable.